or exceeded expectations.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now with the Kings, they're at 13.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even know who the hell the first pick's going to be.
Right.
But when you look at the last 10 years of the 13th pick, Jason,
Okay.
you have Grady D-Word, Jalen Duran, Chris Duarte,
Yeah,
Kira Lewis, Tyler Hero, Jerome Robinson, Donovan Mitchell, Yorgos Papagiannis, Devin Booker, and Zach LaVine.
All right, so a couple of good ones in there.
I would say 1, 2,
three all-stars.
3 all-stars, 2 arguable superstars. Well, was Hero an all-star yet? No,
I don't think so.
Hero just got a really fat contract without accounting for Grady Dick and Jalen Duran, who it's still too young. But I would say Hero, Mitchell, Booker, and LaVine. That's 40%.
Yeah,
that are very good to star to borderline superstar players.
Correct. At 13.
The best 13th picks overall, Kobe Bryant. That's a pretty good pick.
Yeah.
And Chris has got Karl Malone. That's a couple of really, really good picks.
2 of the top 5 scorers of all time. Is that right? From the 13th?
2 of the top 5.
Well, Malone's now 3. Yeah, I think Kobe's 5. He's 5 or 6. So, yeah. That's amazing.
I'm just remembering Vlade Divac's on that trade. Vlade Divac's traded for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
That has to still go down as like one of the all-time. I wouldn't say it's a swindle. Vlade still had a very good career, but my God. If Jerry West is calling you wanting to trade, don't be afraid. Just don't do it.
Right.
Just say no. So this is going to be a fascinating draft. 1, no clue who they're going to draft. Number 2, no clue what they're going to do with the pick. Number 3, no clue who's good or not, which, by the way, is welcome to. This is actually how every draft model should be. Again, with the exceptions of the Wembanyama's of the world they're pretty darn whatever. Let's also remember we live in a world where I believe it was Darko Milicic that went number 2 in that draft.
Mm-hmm.
And there were actual conversations, real actual conversations by serious basketball people as to should LeBron James be the number 1 pick, or is the hype overtaking the fact that, like, Luka Doncic is the Euro, right? But Darko Milicic was the Euro. That was the guy. Oh, my God, he's big. He can rebound. There's some defense to him. What a sweet outside shot. Great post moves. There's no real downside in Darko's game.
Right.
Well, it turns out there were some downsides in Darko Milicic's game. But he still went ahead of Chris Bosh. He still went ahead of Dwayne Wade. He still went ahead of a few people.
Do you remember around that time, was there something about him, like he's so good with his left and people not realizing he was left-handed?
That sounds like it's something that could have been correct. So it is kind of an exciting time because it's so unknown as to what's going to happen.
Well, and I know we've got this coming up in the next couple of segments about the actual pick at 13 and having different people that not only they have different people in different mock drafts for the Kings, but it's all over the board, Dave, from guard, centers, forwards, stretch bigs, point guard, like every position basically is listed. And to me, I think this should be the draft philosophy anyway. Always take best player.
Always.
I mean, I don't know. The Kings have needs. I would say interior help, certainly some wing help, maybe more playmakers, but you just got to go for the best player and then figure it out. Figure it out after the fact if you have some duplication.
Even if they had number 1, last 10 years of number 1s real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Bennett, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, DeAndre Ayton. We need to pretty soon start having a conversation about that too, by the way, and who DeAndre Ayton was picked ahead of. Zion Williamson, Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Paolo Banchero, and Victor Wembanyama. In the last 10 years, let's see, 6 of the 10 have been all-stars, soon to be 7 of 10. Victor Wembanyama is not an all-star yet. But when you look at Cunningham, Ayton, and Fultz, and even then, and Bennett going to go down as one of the worst.
Yes.
Jesus. Anthony Bennett's career averages, Jason, 4 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. My God. What a terrible draft. That may end up being the worst draft of all time that happened to have, and again, Kings fans, this is actually a really good comp. This is a really good comp because that was slated before as being a very bad draft.
Yes.
Nobody knew he was going to go number 1. It ends up being Anthony Bennett. Victor Oladipo went 2. Now listen to 3 through 14. Otto Porter Jr., Cody Zeller, Alex Len, Nerlens Noel, Ben McLemore, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Trey Burke, CJ McCollum, okay, Michael Carter-Williams, who was the Rookie of the Year, Steven Adams, Kelly Olynyk, Shabazz Muhammad. Now Olynyk, Adams, they've had careers, KCP, same thing, good careers. CJ McCollum's a borderline star. Never made an all-star team.
No. But I think overall I think there's only like 6 that are even in the league.
Yeah, a lot of them are out. And did Oladipo just retire this year?
I don't know. I think he's still available.
Pick number 15. Giannis Antetokounmpo. So if you go back and just look talent for talent, it's like, oh, that's the Giannis draft. He's arguably the best player in the league. Pick number 27. Rudy Gobert. But then that's pretty much it. You've got some career guys in there. They have Tim Hardaway Jr. and Gorgie Jang and Dennis Schroeder. But what a horrible draft. But you know who wasn't a horrible draft for? Milwaukee.
Correct.
You know who else wasn't a horrible draft for? Utah. So that's where it gets a little bit of excitement going. We'll take a quick 1-minute break.